What is up, everybody? It's Joshua and I'm back with another video, and today we are here at Busch Gardens Tampa to check out everything Howl-O-Scream. We're here to check out construction. We're here to check out to see if any props have officially been put out. We're here to see if any lighting has been put out, because as of yesterday, August 12th, Howl-O-Scream has announced every haunted house, every scare zone, and both shows that will be at this year's event. So if you guys are ready to go on this journey with me, let's go. So we're actually going to start on this side of the park. We're over here at Tigress, and this is the first house to be announced for Howl-O-Scream 2021, and this house is called The Forgotten. So here's the description for The Forgotten. Victims will be drawn into a hidden world beyond the rubble and rocks of an unexpected quarry where dark secrets lurk in the shadows. Just beyond a hidden gutter entrance, the legend of the human uprising is revealed. As a swarm of starving vampires plot their revenge, will those who enter return to the world of the living? Or will they be destined to become the newest minion of the Forgotten army? Well, that sounds pretty scary. So that means I basically go into this house, or this realm of things, and I don't know if I'm coming out alive or if I'm going to be a flesh-eating, blood-drinking vampire. I'm okay with that. That's cool. That's cool. I'm glad they did something else besides Black Spot this year, only because Black Spot to me was getting old. It wasn't scary. It was just very pretty of a house. So I hope this one does it. Look at this werewolf looking creature that they just kind of put in the bushes over here. That's kind of creepy. Does it have another side to it? Or is it just all shadowed? Yeah, it's all just shadowed. That's very creepy to just walk right into. So with that, I see some lighting poles maybe going up. I don't know if this one's here year round or not. I can't really tell, but we're definitely still getting ready. I don't see anything else in this area as of right now. Oh, never mind. I see another little shadow creature behind this tree. You know what? Now that I'm walking in this area and I'm kind of seeing these weird things, I wonder if this is the scare zone that's going to be known as the Shadow? I mean, that would make sense, right? It's very creepy though. Like, they're everywhere. Look at this. Yeah, that's kind of creepy. And then you got Elmo singing in the background, which is creepier. Yeah, look at this. This is creepy. This is definitely the Shadow scare zone for sure. Alright, so if you guys didn't know, this area over here in Sesame Street was once the Little Nightmares scare zone. But the way all these little shadow creatures are kind of popping up over here, I believe this will be the new scare zone known as In the Shadows. Now I'm going to read you the description of In the Shadows, and I want you guys to leave your opinions in the comments below. Do you think this will be the Shadows scare zone? Alright, let's read it. Eerie legends and horrifying myths passed down through generations of ghost stories have gathered in the woods, turning wary skeptics into doomed believers. First off, that actually like terrifies me, because you know how you always see like shadow creatures or like the shadow figures, and sometimes you see them in your nightmares? Yeah, you're telling me they're all coming to life? I don't know, that's kind of scary. And it's kind of scary too because they're out during the day and they're kind of just popping out like that. And yeah, we're in Sesame Street area. That's creepy. But let me know your opinions in the comments below. In my opinion though, I think that was a really small scare zone. Like, I know Little Nightmares was small, but like, just to do shadows, I think that's too small. They should have like taken it out and brought it like over here. And they might, they still have a lot of work to do. But don't you think it'd be cool if they like brought it all the way out over here? That'd be pretty cool. I mean, unless they're gonna do their camo bush people again, but still, put some shadows with them. That'd be cool. So guys, I was headed over to like where Motel Hell normally is at, and I see this little area over here. It's never ever here. It's in this little garden area that like nobody ever really walks in. I think this is an entrance to a house. Let's go take a closer look. It is definitely an entrance to a house or something, because they have added this temporary lighting up here, and it points directly over there. Let's see if we can get a closer look. Yeah, this is definitely an entrance to a house, or maybe even an exit, because right over here through the trees, what seems to look like maybe a shack, a shed, or a barn roof. You can't really see much because it's kind of blocked off, but it looks pretty cool. Here's kind of like a backside view of it. That's gonna be crazy if they have a house over here, or at least an entrance, because they've never done it before from what I know. So with this house being set in the woods like it is, I'm going to say it's the new house that was just announced yesterday, called Witch of the Woods. So let's read the description of Witch of the Woods. Curiosity has brought many travelers into this dark forest, but only bone-chilling stories and dying screams make their way out. With each step deeper into the woods, the prospect of survival quickly fades as demonic disciples hunt wandering intruders through their abandoned village. Human sacrifices are chased to the witch's altar, where dark fates are sealed with more than spells. So basically, this house is going to be just like Deathwater Bayou, but with a demonic twist, in my opinion. It's very, very scary, and I'm kind of excited to see it brought to life. I'm kind of excited to see that bird scared me because it went through the trees there. But I'm excited to see this thing full force. It sounds scary. It looks pretty cool from what I can see. Whew. Let's see, can you survive the demonic spells? With that being said though, I do not believe anything will be over here in this specific area, because I believe that area over there will run into this backlot area over here. So I don't believe Junkyard or anything will be coming back over this way. Also, I do not believe that anything will be in Gwazi Field area this year as of ScareZones or anything, only because Beer Fest will be going on the same time Howl-O-Scream will be, and I don't believe they can have a house in the pavilion out on Gwazi Field because Fiends is returning this year. Alright, so while we're over here by the Fiends location area, let me read you the description of the newly rethemed Fiend show. These captivating creatures of the night will infect you with dance, fever, and keep your pulse pounding with their dance party on the festival field stage. Bring your deprived sense of humor as the deranged doctor takes his motley crew on a wild vacation to Las Vegas. What you're telling me is I get to go to Vegas without actually going to Vegas? All I gotta do is go to Gwazi Field and watch a show? I'm okay with that. I get to literally party with the doctor and all of his fiends while they're in Vegas? Let's do it. Let's have some fun. So if you guys were looking at the announcements that came out yesterday, you noticed that Hell on Wheels was nowhere on there this year. So you're probably asking yourself, Josh, what's gonna take its place over here? And well, I'm about to tell you. Even if you didn't want me to tell you, I'm gonna tell you. I believe this year, this whole area right here that is normally Hell on Wheels is going to be the junkyard. And the only reason I think this area will be junkyard is because it'll make the most sense. It has enough room to do whatever they want with it, because junkyard was kind of, to me, the same type of theming in a way as Hell on Wheels. So I think it'll work here. If you guys didn't come here last year, junkyard was one of their one-way walk-through outdoor haunted houses, scare zones type things they were doing for social distancing and stuff like that. I will read the description to you right now. Do you think this is creepy enough for you know, this video? Well, I'm gonna read you the description of the junkyard right now. You'll find more than spare parts as you rummage through this surely scrap site. Will you make it out in one piece or be devoured by the haunted rubble? I don't know. I really enjoyed this scare zone last year, and I feel like this year they have a lot more opportunity to do stuff with, since like COVID rules are kind of breaking down. They don't have as many. So I'm excited to see what they do for this zone, but I absolutely believe that it'll be in this area this year. Also, if you guys want to look at the events calendar for this year, Summer Nights ends September 6th. Beer Fest starts today, August 13th, up until October 31st. Howl-O-Scream starts September 10th, up until October 31st. It is a separately ticketed event. Kids Weekend here at Busch Gardens starts September 2nd all the way up until October 31st. And then we have Busch Gardens Christmas Town, November 12th to January 2nd. Now we are here at our next house location, which is going to be Deathwater Bayou, Blood Moon. Now, the only reason I say Deathwater Bayou is going to be here is because it's been here all 7 or 8 years that it has ran at Howl-O-Scream, so I don't see why they would change it. But it seems like they're changing up some stuff anyways, as we're looking at certain things right now, so they could possibly change it, but I don't see why they would need to waste the time if they already have it built in that back lot over there. So Deathwater Bayou has made its return once again to Howl-O-Scream, but with a different type of terror and a different curse? Let's read the description and find out. The voodoo chants have died off, replaced by blood-curdling howls and your screams. Dark magic has manifested into darker curses as werewolves claw their way through the bayou on the hunt for human flesh. Beneath the midnight sky, the moonlight reveals glowing eyes, blood-stained teeth, and an inescapable fate for all who enter the swamp. So basically, what you're telling me is I had to get away from a voodoo queen for years, and now I'm having to save myself, life or death, against bloodthirsty, flesh-eating werewolves? Didn't you just create a house with vampires that are just as thirsty for humans as these werewolves are? Like, you guys just really don't want us to survive this year, do you? Howl-O-Scream. Oh man. Either way, I'm excited, but definitely don't know if I'm coming home alive or not, so. Ooh, yes. Well, if you guys remember this area for Howl-O-Scream, this was Day of the Dead. And if you guys looked at the announcements yesterday, that will not be making a return either. So my speculation here is I believe the scare zone known as Voodoo will be right in this general area. Alrighty, so Voodoo, I believe Could be in two different places. It could be right here where Day of the Dead was, or it could be over by Witch of the Woods. But with me reading the description a little bit, I feel like the best placement for it is right here, or even a little closer to Deathwater Bayou. But give me your opinions after I redo the description. So, Voodoo. Driven out of the bayou by ravished werewolves, the witch doctors now practice their dark magic on you as they pursue their twisted revenge through ancient curses. Now, understand why I think it would fit perfectly right around here. Because if they're driven out of their bayou home and now they're walking around trying to curse all of you for what you really had no control over, why wouldn't they be close to the bayou? But then again, they also could be working with the witch over there in the woods because she has some cursed stuff going on too. And there's not too much out and about in this specific area or over by Witch of the Woods to really tell what it could be. So I'm just basing it off the description right now. But let me know your opinions in the comments below. And like I said, there's nothing really going on in this zone right now, at least that I can see. It's very just plain right now. So nothing that I can really work off of other than the description. The only thing that is really like honestly out right here is just the photo opportunity advertising. Howl-O-Scream is back with terrifying haunted houses. You know, it starts September 10th. It's just advertising. This is the only thing that I see right here. I don't think it'll actually be used, at least in this general area, but that's the only thing Howl-O-Scream like that's out in this area right now. We are at our next house location for Howl-O-Scream. We are at the location for Cell Block Zombies Maximum Security. Now I'm really excited for this house, not only because I will be spending my time in this house as a scare actor this year, but it just sounds like a really cool house and I'm very excited to be in this house this year. Let me read you the description of Cell Block Zombies. Welcome to Purgatory Penitentiary, where afterlife sentences are served with a vengeance. Incarceration is just the beginning. As manacle guards shuffle fresh meat down dark, lawless paths for processing, surviving the prison yard leads to maximum security and confinement that is anything but solitary. There are only two options for inmates here: break out alive or be devoured in detention. Now listen, I'm not gonna say this is my favorite house only because I'm in this house. I'm gonna say this is gonna be my favorite house because it sounds so badass and I'm excited. I wanna be up on that watchtower. I want Journey with Josh to be up on the watchtower. I wanna be watching you guys. I'm gonna be watching you guys, all right? So if you guys didn't know, I'm gonna be doing Howl-O-Scream this year. I'm going to be in Cell Block Zombies. I'm so excited. Now that doesn't mean you guys aren't getting an opening night of Howl-O-Scream video. I have some of my Journey with Josh team coming out here to vlog it all for you guys. But I hope to see y'all inside the penitentiary. And the only reason I'm gonna say that this is gonna be Cell Block 2 is because there's definitely a watchtower here. It kind of looks like the Hell on Wheels watchtower from last year. But I don't see in a description where another house would need a watchtower. So I'm just gonna go for it and say it's gonna be here. Alrighty guys, we are over by Animal Connections here, which is right over here, and we are in our next scare zone, which is not what it was last year. Howl-O-Scream is really throwing curveballs, and they're just changing things up and moving things around this year, which I love because nothing's actually going to be the same, even though some of it is the same. This scare zone is going to be the shortcut. And they have definitely added a lot more headstones and stuff too for over here, because last year inside of the shortcut they didn't have a lot of this stuff over there because they didn't have much of an area to put a lot of stuff because it's such a small area. But they're really taking it and really utilizing this area this year, and I'm so happy that they're doing so. Now the shortcut was a scare zone last year, I guess. Actually, it was one of those one-way walk-through outdoor haunted houses that they had for the COVID times, but they are bringing it back this year, and I really enjoyed this one because it was kind of weird, kind of uneasy feeling when you walk through it. But let me read you the description. The shortcut. Cutting through the cemetery may seem like an easy way out, except when the corpses rise from the ground only to drag you back into their graves with them. So basically this year for Howl-O-Scream, you're just not surviving because everything so far has been, you may get out alive, you may not get out alive, they're gonna drag you, they're gonna kill you, blah blah blah. Like, Howl-O-Scream, you guys just don't want us to be alive. You only want us to see the light, but it's okay because we're gonna have fun. We're gonna die and have fun. But anyways, I think this is a really cool area because it kind of is still like a shortcut towards, like, through the park. So I'm excited to see how they do this because they've definitely really used this area this year from what they have up so far compared to other times. Like Deadly Toys last year only had like 2 toy boxes and then like a little train set up over like in this area, but they really are going full out over here. So I'm excited to see how well it does over here. Alrighty, it looks like they've done another switch up for us. I see some doors and some street lights. They have definitely done it to us again. We have the trick-or-treaters door. They've added mailboxes this year, but they really have done it again. They've switched the doors on us. They're switching up everything this year. I'm very excited for this. And if you guys don't know what these doors mean, or any of these childish looking decorations mean, this means the scare zone that will be here this year is Little Nightmares. Now Little Nightmares is a returning scare zone for Howl-O-Scream, and I have thoroughly enjoyed it every time I've walked through it. Let me give you a description if you don't know what Little Nightmares is all about. Take a creepy walk down memory lane. Hey. So Little Nightmares is basically taking you on a walk down memory lane to bygone era of paper mache masks and homemade costumes, sure to stir up the nightmares of your childhood. Now, this may not look scary right now, right? Like, it doesn't really look scary. It looks pretty, actually, like, fun, cool, something you would do with your kids, right? Well, just imagine this with a bunch of blood, guts, little children running around with knives and chainsaws trying to kill you while you're trying to trick-or-treat. Yeah, scary, right? Because that's what's gonna happen here in Little Nightmares. They definitely have a lot of lighting in this area this year, so they really plan on doing a lot for this scare zone. Now, one thing I do love is they're literally putting jack-o'-lanterns in just random spots of the bushes. Look, let me show you one more spot. Just random. So random. Let's head into Pantopia. So if you guys didn't notice, there's no clowns this year that have been announced. There's no clowns. But what has been announced is that there will be hidden zones and roaming hordes. With that being said, I do not believe that the Pantopia area, which I'm walking through right now, will have any type of specifically stated scare zone this year. And so basically what I'm saying is there's not going to actually be a themed zone here in Pantopia like there has been in past years. Past years it's been Manic Midway, it's been Clown Carnage, it's been I think a few other things. But this year there's no actual clown themed anything. So let me read you the hidden scare zones and horde description, and you tell me what you guys think about Pantopia. So hidden scare zones and roaming hordes. Beware of the hidden zones and roaming hordes. Just when you think you know what's coming, untold horrors lurk in the darkness awaiting your arrival. So honestly, you're just not safe this year, and I keep saying it, but I mean, literally Howl-O-Scream is just not trying to let you get out alive or safe at all. But I believe that this general area of Pantopia will be one of those mini hordes and or just unknown hidden scare zones. I don't know. What do y'all think? Future Josh here. So sorry that I keep popping in on some of my videos lately, but I am very forgetful, I guess. I'm editing my video right now and I totally forgot to talk about 2 of the scare zones that will be here at Howl-O-Scream this year. Actually, one is a scare zone and one I believe is actually going to be part of the roaming hordes / hidden scare zones this year. So let's hop into it. So the first one, this one is a new one, well, kind of new one. When I read it to you, you guys are gonna be like, oh, this is dug up from this house, basically. It's called the Skeleton Crew. Now the Skeleton Crew is going to be what's listed as a scare zone, but I could not personally find an area out there when I was looking at the stuff to kind of fit it in where it might be. So in my opinion, I think it's actually going to be one of the hidden scare zones that they are not actually going to talk about and or really announce per se. But let's get into the description of the Skeleton Crew. It says, rising from their watery grave, shipwrecked pirates seek to plunder the world of the living, taking all lost souls as their bounty. So if you guys don't know, Black Spot was a house that Busch Gardens had for years, and they finally have gotten rid of it, and it has been sent to Busch Gardens Williamsburg. But did you think Busch Gardens was totally going to give up pirates? Absolutely not. So they were like, you know what? We're not even going to call them the Pirate Crew. We're not going to call them this. We're not going to call them that. We're going to call them the Skeleton Crew, but give them basically the same backstory as Black Spot. And now they're just here to torture you even more. But instead of being in a house, they are either going to be walking around as a horde, or they're just going to be hidden in their own little scare zone. So let me know what you guys think about this one in the comments below. In my opinion, I'm not too excited for it because it just sounds like a play off of Black Spot. But you know what? Let's give it a chance. I want to know your opinions in the comments below. Now our second one is a returning scare zone for, I think maybe it's like 3rd or 4th year. Don't take me on that. Don't take my word on that. If you guys know the actual like length and time for this scare zone being at Howl-O-Scream, please leave it in the comments below. But I am talking about the scare zone known as Deadly Toys. Now I am not a huge fan of Deadly Toys whatsoever, and in my video last year I actually talked a little crap about it, and then opening night I went and I really enjoyed it. So I don't know, can they keep going with the same thing over and over, because I don't know how much you can change a scare zone when it's based off of basically one thing. So let me read you the description. I couldn't really find a place where this could be, but I actually think I could be wrong. I did say in my video that I don't believe Pantopia is going to have a set scare zone there this year, but I believe Deadly Toys could work there. It's still kind of carnival themed. It still has to deal with children a little bit. It's your worst nightmare, and you're just trying to have a good time with your family at the carnival. So, if you agree with me on that, leave a comment in the comments below, but let me get into the description. You can run, but you cannot hide as giant toys spring to life in a murderous rampage with you in their sights. Childhood memories will be destroyed when these toys turn a playdate into a sleigh date. I mean, yes, it sounds cool. I just really haven't been a big fan, and I just don't know if it's because when I worked there previous years and had to walk through that scare zone every night to like leave for the night, I kind of got used to it. Or I'm just really not scared of toys? I don't know. But anyways, those are the two scare zones that I needed to talk about, and I'm sorry that I forgot to talk about them, and you keep seeing future Josh pop up, but past Josh isn't all that smart. So maybe tell him, maybe knock on his noggin a little bit. But anyways, let's get to past Josh, and let's finish this Howl-O-Scream construction video. We are at our next location for a house this year, and this house is a returning house known as The Residence. Now, this was one of my favorite houses to work in at Howl-O-Scream. It had a really cool backstory. I got to walk through it, and it was really cool to walk through. I really love this house. If you guys haven't been to see The Residence, I totally recommend you come. Even if it's just for this house. I love it so much. Let me read you the description for The Residence. This suburban home paints a pretty picture on its eerie, quiet street, but open the front door and discover the domestic demons that lie beneath. Friendly neighbors have gone mysteriously missing in this seemingly normal suburban community. Enter the pristine home of a picture-perfect family, but beware of unseen horrors. Once you're invited in, you may never make your way out. Don't let yourself become the next sacrifice in their sinister devotion. So basically, this is just a very normal, friendly family who invites you into their home for dinner, welcoming you to the community, and then boom, you're their next sacrifice, locked away in their creepy basement is what I'm gonna say. So yeah, Residence is coming back. Super excited. We are now at the location for the second show that will be here at Busch Gardens for Howl-O-Scream, called The Rolling Bones. The Rolling Bones are basically a cover band that I think they had last year and the year before, but this year their home is the Dragonfire Grill. Let me give you a little description of the Rolling Bones. As guests dine between devilish destinations, the live performance of this skeleton band light up the Dragonfire Grill with epic covers of classic rock anthems. So basically they're a cool cover band with cool face paint, skeleton-like bodies, and they're just going to basically keep you from getting scared while you're inside Dragonfire. There goes Scorpion. Where did it go? It went somewhere over there. But anyways, yeah, I've never seen them before from what I know, but sounds pretty cool. I'm excited to see what they bring to the event. But with that being said, this is the end of our journey here at Busch Gardens today. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And man, I can't wait for Howl-O-Scream. Howl-O-Scream is just right around the corner. Everything so far that is out that I can see, or even just the announcements overall, are really making me excited for this event to come back full swing. If you guys are excited for Howl-O-Scream, smash the thumbs up button, leave your comments down in the comment section below. And like always, I'll see you on the next journey. Peace.